This is the Handy first aid kit from a company called Survival Emergency Solutions. These guys are an Australian company and they have some of the best quality first aid kits I've seen available directly from Australia rather than being imported from overseas. I am not associated with this company at all, but I've had a couple of their kits in my truck and my car and the EDC bag for a few years, and they have been useful in more than one occasion. The Handy first aid kit is slightly smaller kit than the vehicle or family kits. This one measures in at 19 centimeters by 15 centimeters by 8 centimeters, which is 7.5 inches by 6 inches by 3.2 inches when it's packed up. When it's undone, so the zip zone is all open, it measures 34 centimeters long spread out, which is about 13.5 inches. The out of the box weight on this is 535 grams, which is about 1.2 pounds. That's without any customized contents, so that's what comes with straight out of the box it's received in. So the material on this is a really good durable 600D coated polyester, Oxford polyester. It is very solid. Like I said, I've had these in my trucks, my bags, and I've never had the pack break on me, and it gets kicked around in the back of the car and everything. The material itself is water resistant, not water. It's not a waterproof pack. It is water resistant. But it takes a fair amount for it to get soaked through. I actually had during the recent storms, my truck held a load of water where my pack was sitting. And even though the pack did get soaked through, a lot of the contents in here are protected by plastic bags and wrappers and everything anyway. So they were all fine. The only thing I actually had to replace were a few of the plasters or the band-aids where they were still okay, but the stickiness had slightly come off them where the band-aid had got wet. But that was literally the only thing I had to replace in the whole pack. So that was quite a good test of it being, and this was a serious like downpouring of water that got trapped in the car as well, in the truck. So the pack's zippers are really good. They're really sturdy zippers, and this is an older version of their pack. I think they've actually updated this pack now with new zippers as well. But like I said, I've never had the zippers break. I've never had them, cause an issue, and they've always been solid. You do have a molly set up on the back of them. I hear people talking about attaching this to your belt and carrying it around. I wouldn't do that. It's a bit, even though it's the smaller of the packs, there is actually a smaller pack than this, I believe, that you would be able to put on your belt. This one you could easily attach it to your backpack though, using the molly system here. It's also got a couple of D-rings, and all of this stitching is really good, solid stitching. So on the front of this, you can see it's got the CPR card, and if you pull this out, this is actually a plastic card, so again, waterproof. So, and this covers, your basic CPR stuff, which is quite nice to have it right at the front where it's easy to grab. Then you have a number of QR codes. The QR codes are for things like there's a first aid kit, first aid guide, a easy handbook, like an e-handbook, a PDF type thing, and a restock code. So you can scan this and it will take you straight to the page, and you'll be able to restock any of the items that you've used up in it in basically one click, which is quite nice. The system here, this is a color-coded system which is inside the bag. They color-code the sections and the different items within the bag, and this is the guide as to what is actually how they set it all up. So if we open up this pack, you can see that it's nice, organized, and neat and tidy, and everything is labeled really clearly in here as to what you've got. And you can see the color coding system here. So you've got the green there, which is the utility, they call it, information, and then you've got hygiene, which is blue, and then utilities are black, so like the shears are black, tweezers are black, that sort of stuff. And then you've got the actual wound closures and gear that you need for dealing with anything that's gone wrong in red. So all the stuff in here is fairly decent quality stuff, and I've bought a few packs off of Amazon and that sort of place in the past, and the quality difference between the two is a lot. These guys, the stuff in these kits are way better than any of the stuff on the Amazon packs, and the Amazon packs themselves are garbage as well. I've had a number of them break on me, and the stitching comes apart, that sort of stuff. The zips break if you put too much stuff in them, that sort of thing. So it doesn't take a lot to break the zip on an Amazon pack. So in here you can see we've got pressure bandage, and they actually give you an idea of what you should use a lot of this stuff for, which is quite nice as well. So you got like minor wounds, wound closures. This one is good for Australia and anywhere that basically has snakes. The pressure bandage, which is one of those smart bandages, which you can see here. So it's got so you spread this out, and it the rectangles become squares when you're at the right pressure point, and then for wrapping, and then you wrap it up, and it helps to stop the spread of venom if you get bitten. Also good for sprains. Then you have here, you've got some saline in a tube, fairly decent sized tube of saline for any issues with eyes or if you need to irrigate a wound. Couple of oh god, I'm a total blank on the name of it. Safety pins. A couple of safety pins. Got some shears. I mean, they're basic, simple, cheapy shears, but they're still better quality than some Amazon packs that I've had shears in. So I would probably this one, because I carry this one around with me a lot, I would probably replace these with something else, but they're perfectly good quality. There wouldn't be any reason to replace them besides the fact that you're a bit snobbier. There's some nitrile gloves. There's actually two pairs of nitrile gloves. There's one in here and there's one in the CPR kit, which is this here. So then we've got some cleaning wipes. These are splinter probes, if I can get them out. So there's a 5-pack of splinter probes in there. So you can snap off the end there, and it's got a little pin to dig around. Then you've got tweezers, which are good, fairly solid pair of tweezers, decent size. And then you have that section there, and you've got the tape, which is tied onto this little bungee thing here. And then you've got the CPR kit, which is connected to that as well. And in the CPR kit, you've got, again, another pair of gloves, some more wipes. I'll give you a fairly decent number of wipes. And you have a face mask for CPR. They put over the mouth and face. And in here you have basically a copy of that card that's in the front pocket, but this one's sewn into the actual CPR kit, and it's good quality material. It's not paper or anything, it's actually like decent material. So that would be waterproof. Try and get that back in. I've actually used some of these, some of the wipes. I think you actually get more than that normally. I think you get 5, and I've used a couple of them. So in here you have this is a flap, so it's got the personal section here, and then you've got the normal stuff here. So there's a triangular bandage, fairly decent, non-sterile. It's 96 centimeters by 96 by 136 centimeters. You have a first aid book, which has again more charts and instructions on basic life-saving, resuscitation, bleeding, that sort of stuff, burns, poisoning, just basic first aid. So somebody who's not too sure about first aid can easily open this book up to somewhere and do the bare minimum to try and help. Then you've got some instructions on there on how to use the saline, further stuff. And then there's the notepad at the back, which has all of the different, sorry, not all different, you can use that to keep track of things you've done, what time you did them at, that type of thing. So anybody who turns up can read what you've done. And then they have a small additional notes card there as well that you can use, which will allow you to more detailed injury notes. And then again, you got the QR codes for restock and handbook and everything, and a couple of the other kits here. So there's workplace kit, the handy kit, this is the one we've got here, and then there's the traveller kit as well. At some point I will get these other kits just to compare them, and I can do another video and show you the differences on them. There's a pencil there for them, so you can write everything down, keep track of everything. And then in here as well is a emergency blanket. So if somebody's, it's good to wrap around somebody to keep them insulated, keep the heat retention in. Then we've got some cotton gauze swabs. You actually get 3 of those gauze swabs, and I've used a couple of them, so that's why they're not in there. Then you also have the wound closure strips. So there's 3 in the packet there. You can see 1, 3. They're good for closing up minor wounds. Then you got a decent amount of band-aids or plasters, so different sizes. So you got 5 or adhesive dressing. I just call them plasters. And then you've got another load here as well. So there's quite a few, generous number of band-aids in here, which is quite nice. And then on the back here, these I've added in myself. These are these are the like the compressed towels, compressed toilet roll things. You get a bit of water on them and they expand out. So my other kit that I have that I take to the range with me actually has, in this section I've added in a tourniquet, Israeli bandage, chest seal, that sort of stuff. Things that I may need in the event of something going hideously wrong on the range, either to me or to somebody else. And so that's the kit. It's, like I say, this is a brilliant kit. I've got 4 of them that I actually own here. All of them the handy kits, because I think the handy kits are brilliant for perfect size for in a car and stuff like that for what I need. If you need, you should look what your needs are and buy the kit that you think suits you the best. This pack here without the without these toilet packs is $85 on the website. As I said, this company is an Australian company. They also sell other packs, including a marine pack, which is actually in a waterproof bag, which is one of those roll-down waterproof bags, which is quite cool. And they also do a pet bag and a snake kit, a specific snake kit as well, which contains things like compression bandages and stuff like that. I'm always worried about getting snake bit, but I haven't bought the snake bite bag because I have this kit and it has a compression bandage in it anyway, or a pressure bandage in it, which I can use for snake bites. So for me, this pack covers most of what I would ever need with the you know, except for the stuff when I'm on the range. As I said, I'm not affiliated with this company. I'm not associated with it in any way, shape or form. So they don't know who I am beyond the fact that I'm one of their customers. So, you know, if you're looking for a good quality kit that's, especially in Australia, because we don't get a lot of them here, that I've found, then, you know, these guys are worth checking out. I'll put the link in the description below for their website. And for this kit in particular, I'll put a separate link in there for that as well, so you can see directly what that kit is. If you like this video, hit subscribe, hit thumbs up. We're just starting out, and everything helps, especially with the type of content we're going to be doing with regards to you know, firearms, medical, survival, that sort of stuff. YouTube and these platforms don't really like that sort of content, and so it's quite hard for any creator to get ahead with them. So yeah, thanks for watching, appreciate it, and stay tuned for more.